First, I want to say I didn't think it was possible that anybody could be more arrogant or obnoxious than Howard Stern, but congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You are a much bigger ass than he is.
Thank you. I take that as the compliment I know it was intended as.
Uh-huh. And when I first heard about your show, I thought, oh, cool, it's kind of like Maxim. I subscribe to Maxim. I have subscribed to Maxim for the last 3 years. My husband enjoys it too, but I get it first. And your whole concept of men don't want to get married,
right,
and men only want to...
Beyond men don't want to get married, men shouldn't get married.
Now, I think marriage should be taken away from the state's control. I don't think you should have to sign a legal document to get married.
I don't think you should have to get married.
Well, in our religion, we get married in a church before the eyes of God. We say our vows. That's what counts. But then we have to sign that stupid piece of paper. It costs $50 to get a marriage license in Arizona, but it costs something like $850 to dissolve a marriage peacefully.
Right.
Through a paralegal.
That should be reversed. They should charge $850 to get married and $50 to get a divorce.
No, I think they should charge $10,000 to get married because that shows that you're really serious.
I'm all in favor.
And
then a lot of guys can say, honey, I'd love to marry you, but I just don't have the 10 grand.
Exactly. And
perfect crime. Dear, watch your mouth.
Huh? Let me buy you a ring that costs 2 months' salary?
Stupid.
Stupid, yes.
Yeah. Well,
but
there you go.
But
you realize most women are not like you. Most of them say, when am I going to get the ring? You're supposed to spend 2 months' salary on a ring.
Yeah, well,
everyone else has a ring. Why don't I have a ring?
That's the Cinderella syndrome.
But that is what's out there. You have to, you have the flavor of the soup you're sitting in, like human tofu. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the planet we live on, and on this planet, women demand diamond rings.
Not this planet, the Western civilization.
That's where we live, dear. We don't live in India. We don't live in Pakistan.
And programs like yours are akin to...
We're necessary because the guys need weapons to fight back.
Bulimia and anorexia in little girls. You are...
Oh, we're causing that. So before the Tom Leykis show came on, there were no bulimics in Arizona, right?
What'd you say?
I said, so before the Tom Leykis show came on in Arizona, there were no bulimics.
No, I'm not saying that you're causing bulimia. I said that you're akin to the fashion magazines, how they affect the perception, the body perception for girls.
Because guys don't want to be with fat chicks. And we don't.
Gives men the idea that they should just be after sex. Well, guess what?
Men are just after sex, dear. Don't kid yourself, including Mr. Religion, your husband. We're all just after sex.
Men are like Kleenex. They should be used and thrown away.
Perfect. Why'd you get married then?
Because my husband wanted to.
Why didn't you use them and throw them away?
Because he wouldn't leave.
Oh, dear. It's called a protective order.
No, well, my
husband
refused to give me a peaceful divorce for 10 years.
I see. But you didn't have to do that.
I made more money than him.
Oh.
And he racked up $60,000 of debt.
You sound like the poster girl for not getting married.
Yeah, if I could get a bill passed for making marriage not something you have to...
Dear, you don't have to get married. You know, there was a law in Maricopa County when I lived there in the 80s, which finally was overturned, that said you could not cohabitate. It was illegal. But that law was overturned in the late 80s. Okay. So you don't have to get married. When do you get this idea that you have to be married?
Well, in order for my husband's health benefits to go in effect for me...
get some health insurance.
Well, I was already sick.
You know what? Costco has a good deal on health insurance. Check it out.
For somebody who already has a chronic illness, I don't think so. The cheapest rate I could get was $1,600.
I see. So there's a love story for you. You got married because you needed health insurance.
Well, that was part of it.
That sounds like true love to me.
Do you really believe there's such a thing as true love?
Well, I do believe that people believe there's such a thing as true love. You know when we find out how much you really love us? Like your ex-husband. You know we find out how much you really love us? When we get divorced. That's when we find out.
Why did you get married 4 times?
Dear, the reason I know so much about this is because I made the same mistake 4 times.
Why did you get married 4 times?
Because I was pressured into it by many of the people I married. And guess what? I was wrong. And I've admitted my mistake. And I've learned from my mistake.
Times?
Yes.
You got pressured into marriage 4 times.
3 times.
3 times. So you were in love once?
Dear, I was in love more than once, but being in love doesn't mean you want to sign a contract and give away half of everything you have.
Okay, so you've never been with a woman who makes more money than you and is attractive.
I don't know many women who make more money than me.
Okay.
Most of the women who make more money than me are hideous.
Oh, okay. So you think that only unattractive women make good money?
Generally speaking, that's true, unless they are models or singers or actresses.
Or in sales?
No, they don't. No, women in sales don't make more than I do, dear. You don't have any idea how much I make.
Well, okay, I don't know how much.
I'm going to tell you right now, I am beyond the 7-figure category.
Okay, that's great.
So most women I know do not make as much as I do.
Okay. I'm not talking a 7-digit.
I know you're not.
I'm talking middle income. I'm talking middle America.
Generally speaking, women who make more money are less attractive.
Right. Okay. Well, in my younger days, I will admit I'm over 30, but in my younger days, I was considered attractive and pursued quite a bit. And I made a lot of money in the insurance industry, which I want to correct you on something you said earlier, by the way, because the men would come to me rather than my male co-workers because they'd rather sit and talk with the girl about the insurance than the guys. So,
what does that have to do with anything we've said here?
Well, my sales were higher than theirs, therefore my paycheck was bigger than theirs.
That's because men thought they were going to get into the sack with you if they bought something.
Well, you know what? They didn't.
I didn't say they did, but I'm saying that's how you become a successful salesperson when you're attractive.
As far as things like you said, anybody can buy insurance on you, that's wrong. Legally...
Life insurance.
Only somebody... No, life insurance? I can't buy a life insurance policy on you. I cannot buy a life insurance policy.
I'll bet you can. I'll bet there's a way to do it.
Legally, you cannot buy life insurance on somebody unless there is some sort of financial dependence on them, such as a spouse, a child, a parent, someone who is a business partner. There has to be some sort of financial responsibility.
Well, the best insurance is to get a good job and pay your own bills, for God's sake. Put some money away. That's the best.